Welcome to this demo and overview of Ahura AI, where we have reimagined what it means to upskill and learn in this future of work that is unfolding. Now, the key question is, how do you equip the workforce to learn skills faster in this very, very quickly changing world of business? Top experts in HR and learning platforms like LXPs, LMS, MOOCs focused on one thing over the past 20 years. It's getting users the right content. They do things like increase the content options you have by showing you 1,000 options to learn how to be a better public speaker. The better ones give you content recommendation using artificial intelligence, similar to Netflix. Others use gamifications and peer support to help drive motivation and improve how easy it is for course designers to enter in their courses to the platform. Now, with all of this work, still only 10 to 20% of employees actively learn, engage, and complete courses that they've started. Now, at Ahura AI, we see this as a huge loss for the industry and humanity. And so we've brought together our experts from HR, cognitive science, educators, and artificial intelligence to add teaching and accountability features that transform the actual learning experience, not just the content. Now, when you receive that article or video from your HR and you start learning, Ahura AI helps you identify times when you get distracted. It provides you real-time nudges that help bring you back into focus. And with very soon to be released versions of the software, you'll be able to take that video you received from your HR or article and transform it into something else that better fits your learning preferences. With these enhancements to learning, we're helping over 30 to 50% of employees now actively engage their learning and complete courses they've started. HR now becomes the champion as they are finally able to deliver on their goals of helping improve the bottom line for their companies. Now let's switch over to the software so I show you some of how this works. So Ahura AI is built for both the employee and the manager, but I'll show you the employee side of it first. When I want to start a session, I can go to our content database, search for capabilities I'm interested in. When that's done, I can either click on content that's been put into the platform by HR at my firm, or even a lot more transformational and interestingly, I can go anywhere on the internet to find information that I'm looking for. Once I hit the start button, a background process is going to show up and do things that a personal one-on-one teacher would. This pops up, it puts on my webcam camera, and through that, the artificial intelligence is able to observe and provide me information and guidance, just like I would have gone on a Zoom platform and talked to a one-on-one teacher that I would pay $1,000 to help guide me to be a better learner. Hi, by the way, that's what I look like. I will return back to the Google and go search for ways that I can learn about Python. As I click that in, I can select some of the options on the page, some of which I have done already, and read this material on W3 schools on how to code with Python. I could also switch over to the Python wiki page and do pretty similarly, spend my time learning. But what typically happens with adult learners who are employees is they get distracted. Sometimes by pretty good things like checking out that book recommendation that your colleague has sent to you, the hard thing about hard things, or going to pay your bills because as adults, the bills are never ending. I could also go on social media and look at Instagram and Facebook. All of this constitute distractions. When I return back to the Ahura AI background process, you will find that it's been tracking the websites that I visit to see how relevant they are to the topic I'm studying. So if I scroll down, the earlier pages I was on were really about Python, but then the newer pages are not about Python, so I get that information. If I look at my phone or go on Facebook and YouTube for long enough, I'll also get a pop-up that helps me know that I'm distracted and giving about 4 options of things I could do to improve my experience. Now I'll stop my session, return back to Ahura AI, and it will provide me with a summary report of how I've been studying. Now this is pretty similar to you using a Fitbit watch that tells you how you have been running, and that helps you improve towards your fitness goals. Similarly here, I can see that I was distracted for 50% of the time, and next time I should really try to push that towards 30%. So I'll hit continue and return back to my dashboard where so much data and information has been tracked and provided back for me. I'll show you just 2 of them. A big piece is I'm able to see what other top learners at my company are doing. I can see what the top trending capabilities are. So if I want to become a top performer at my company, I can go learn about blockchain development as I work for a bank and they really want us to pick that up. I can also go down here and learn about my learning persona. Things like I get angry for 4% of the content that I receive, or that on average I'm distracted 43% of the time. After I've used Ahura AI long enough, it can even tell me things like on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. are my best days for getting concentration when I am trying to study. On the manager side of this, Ahura gives you all this data so you can make data-informed decisions. You can see things like in your company, on average, people spend 25 minutes every week studying, and so that can really tell you if you have that learning culture that you believe you have or not. You can see which of your people are spending their time learning and which ones aren't, so you can provide more personalized guidance. In fact, I will go over to the allocation page where you can more closely learn about your individual performers, see the kind of topics they're interested in, click into their profiles and see some information on how they've spent their time. With this, you can provide more personalized guidance to help improve their careers. Now, as we all know from research, when employees feel like their managers or HR are engaged and involved in driving their career growth, they tend to also grow in that career, get retained by their company, and produce much more revenues and contribution to bottom line. I hope you're excited about these features as much as I am. You should go to ahuraai.com and get on our sign-up form so you can learn more about the platform and see how you can use it yourself to drive growth at your company.